You know, the same thing when Frank, you know, those guys are involved in the moment. They check out, get cleared to go, and on Sunday just a little bit sore. But I mean, he's chomping at the bit to get out there to practice tomorrow. So I don't think it had a huge effect. It might have been more on Sunday after he had calmed down a little bit and the swelling set it in.
Back for a couple more. Paul Weasel had game-winning drive the last
Yeah.
games. How big is that in the development of the young guys?
It's big, you know. It's better to start off that way than the other way. There's a lot to be said for guys, especially as he is. I don't know the exact numbers, but I saw some last week. The offensive production numbers from yardage and points scored for first and second year players in this program is at a level that I've never seen before. So that's a very, very positive thing. You just want to make sure that it's always showing up, and obviously you'd like it to show up for 4 quarters, not just the last quarter. So, but the good news is he kind of had that. Been there, done that, you know. He's been in his moment now, and obviously Ole Miss, an SEC opponent. Last week was Coastal Carolina, but he can say, hey, I've been in these scenarios before. If it arises, I've been there and I've been able to do it. So that's a big hurdle to get over, especially early in your career, you know, and to have the trust of your teammates and your coaches is a really big deal.
You guys have been forcing turnovers pretty good. What do you think played into not getting any against Coastal?
You know, again, I would go there. They did a really, their run game and their throw game was a lot of one-on-one stuff because of what they run offensively. It created those throws. They connected on them, both the starter and the guy that got in there. At the end, though, again, when it was critical, we got 4 pass plays in a row and really held them in check and didn't. You know, several of them weren't even close to being completion. So I think once we settled down, played our game, I do think that looking at it on film, especially the first 2 quarters. Because of the type of offense they ran, we were a little bit on our heels. I don't know if, for whatever reason. But fortunately, again, they responded very, very favorably. They're very, very, very coachable. They believe, they never waver, and they stay disciplined in listening to the coaches and moving forward. So that's a positive thing.
You mentioned the depth in the secondary. How concerning has the last couple of weeks been with the big pass plays?
Yeah, again, they've been probably one of our strengths, and then it's just a cumulative effect, and not just during the game, but every rep of practice. Some of those guys, we haven't been able to have those guys out there. Moved a couple guys over just to get through practice, but I do think Brito, and there's no doubt Brito and Dre Coley will be back in it this week. Shevin continues to come along. I think the fact that Cam Crow is really since the first game on, he's a true freshman playing at this level, and he's getting better every week, and hopefully it can reflect on this Saturday. But it's something that we have to address, especially obviously in recruiting and the numbers that we brought in.
You played essentially 4 of the last 8 quarters without Sosa.
Mm-hmm.
How are you different than he's not?
Well, he's a very dynamic player. As you know, he's good at running. He's especially good for a D lineman to say this is a big deal. He's really good play away where he can run down and tackle some things where a lot of guys maybe don't have the ability to necessarily get that done. But he's, again, a young player. He's in his second year. He gets better, and during his preparation, during the course of the week, we have so many of those second-year players, that are really dynamic guys that can hopefully do some things that, as we, Deion Stewart's in his second year, T.J. Hammond's in his second year, Chase Hayden's in his second year. Hayden Johnson up front in the offensive line. Yelda's in his second year playing offensive line. Austin Cantrell, even though it seems like it's been a long time, he's been here second year. He just as far as playing. So there's a lot of guys. Scooter's in his second year of playing. A lot of guys that have continued to move forward that I think as we give them more and more reps, they just get better and better, and hopefully that's positive.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.